Hello everyone. Our topic is distance vector routing and we consist of roll number 31 to 45. A distance vector routing protocol in data networks determine the best route for data packets based on distance. Distance vector routing protocols measure the distance by the number of routers a packet has to pass. One router counts as one hop. It is an asynchronous algorithm in which node send the copy of its distance vector to all its neighbor. When node receives the new distance vector from one of its neighbor vector v, it saves the distance vector of v and uses the Bellman-Ford equation to update its own distance vector.
Vector routing, the least cost route between any two nodes is the route with minimum distance. Each node maintains a vector or table of minimum distances to every node. The table at each node also guides the packet to the desired node by showing the next hop routing. In simpler words, let's assume each node as the city in an area, then the lines can be assumed as the roads connecting the cities.
Now let's talk more about initialization of tables in distance vector routing or DVR. Note this that the distance of any entry that is not a neighbor is marked as infinite or unreachable. The whole idea of DVR is the sharing of information between neighbors. Now on the screen you can see various nodes A, B, C, D and E. The node A doesn't know how to reach node E, but C does. So if node C shares its routing table with node A, then it can also know how to reach node E. Similarly, node C doesn't know how to reach node D, but node A does. So if A shares its routing table with C, then C can reach D. Now here, node A and C are immediate neighbors of each other, and they can improve their routing tables if they help each other.
How much of a table must be shared with each neighbor? The third column of the table is not useful for the neighbor. When the neighbor receives a table, this column needs to be replaced with the sender's name. If any row of the column can be used, the next node column is filled with sender of the table. Therefore, a node can send only the first two columns of its table to any neighbor.
Updating: when a node receives a two-column table from a neighbor, it needs to update its routing table. Updating takes three steps. Step 1: the receiving node needs to add the cost between itself and the sending node to each value in the second column. The logic is clear. If node C claims that its distance to destination to xmi and the distance between A to C is ymi, then the distance between A and the destination via C is x plus ymi. Step 2: the receiving node needs to add a name of the sending code to each row as the third column. If the receiving node uses information from any row, the sending node is next node to the route. Step 3: the receiving node needs to compare each row of the old table with the corresponding row of the modified version of the received table. If the next node entry is different, the receiving node puts the row with the small cost. If there is tie, the old one is kept. If next node entry is same, the receiving node chooses the new row. For example, suppose node C has previously advertised a route to node X. The distance. Suppose that now there is no path between C and X. Node C is advertised this route with a distance to infinity. Node A must not ignore the value even though the old entry is smaller. The old route does not exist anywhere. The new route has a distance infinity. Updating in a distance vector routing example C to A. In this figure shows node A update its routing table after receiving the partial table from the node C. In received from C to A cost is 2, from C to B cost is 4, from C to C cost is 0 because itself C is a cost is 0. From C to D their cost is infinity. From C to E their cost is 4. In A's modified table, from A to A next C their cost is 4. From A to B next C, their cost is 6. From A to C, next C, their cost is 2. From A to B, next C, their cost is infinity. From A to E, next C, their cost is 6. In A's old table, from A to A their cost is 0 because itself A is 0. From A to B their cost is 5. From A to C their cost is 2. From A to D their cost is 3. From A to E their cost is infinity. Both are comparing. Then A's new table, from A to A their cost is 0 because its of E is 0. From A to B their cost is 5. From A to C their cost is 2. From A to D their cost is E. From A to E, next C, their cost is 6.
Now, as for how and when the sharing of information occurs, there are two types. The first is the periodic update, in which a node sends its table normally every 30 seconds in a periodic update. It depends on the protocol that is using the distance vector routing. And then there is the triggered update, in which a node sends its two-column routing table to its neighbors anytime there is a change in its routing table. Now, this change can occur due to the following scenarios. First is the node receiving a table from a neighbor, resulting in changes in its own table after updating, and then a node detects some failure in the neighboring links, which results in a distance change to infinity.
Three keys to understand how DVR algorithm works. Knowledge about the whole network. Each router shares its knowledge through the entire network. The router sends its collected knowledge about the network to its neighbors, sharing only with immediate neighbors. The router sends its knowledge about the network to only those routers which have direct links, sharing at regular intervals. Within 30 seconds, the router sends the information to the neighboring routers.
There are a couple advantages of distance vector routing. It is simpler to configure and maintain than link state routing. It requires less hardware and processing power than other routing methods. It is the most stable and proven method. That is to say, distance vector routing was designed to be the original routing algorithm.
Now, talking about the disadvantages of distance vector routing, the DVR relatively takes longer time to reach convergence because the updates are sent at specified intervals. The second disadvantage is routers must recalculate their routing tables before forwarding changes. Third, it is susceptible to routing loops, which may lead into the problem well known as count to infinity. Fourth, the bandwidth requirements of DVR can be too great for wide area networks or complex LAN environments.